Hey, this is the Antisocial Socialite back at it again. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you have not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button, smash that notification bell, so when I get to running this mouth in this BITCH, yes sir, you are in the loop. You see the title, you know what time it is. Is the black community too backwards to be saved? Did I just go there? We got to go there. I've been saying this for a long time. A lot of people, are starting to realize that there's just something wrong with the black community, and in a lot of cases people are saying it's done, it's over, it can't be saved, it can't be helped. I'm that hopeless romantic, that hope against hope type person. I'm a hopeless optimist, but I'm starting to feel like, you know what, I can see why they're saying what they're saying, because it really is getting to a situation where we value way too many of the things that are unimportant or negatively impacting the community, instead of actually focusing on the things that really matter. The things that other races and ethnic groups value and prize and actually esteem and aspire to achieve and accomplish are the very things we in the black community seem to have complete disdain and contempt for, whether it's educated men, whether it's attractive, hardworking women, whether it's women who are soft and feminine, whether it's single mothers, whether it's women who are soft and gentle and able to be picked as wives, whether it's education. It's like, it's only when it's in a negative or struggle type situation black people really seem to rally round, whether it's thugging. Nipsey Hussle is a prime example of this nonsense. In other communities, Nipsey Hussle is not seen as some type of hero figure. He's a man who glorified a life that helped to destroy many other lives. But as per usual, the pro-blacks and black people who are like, I love a rags to riches comeback story, I need to make excuses for why I did my dirt type people. They're just like, oh, he was the greatest. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, you're elevating a guy who, as a result of his actions, maybe left many people dead, maimed, children born with drug addictions, maybe women got raped, murdered, killed because of this gang life. This gang life is not the glamorous, glorious life that we see in the movies. You put the movie in, when it's finished, you play it again, everybody comes back alive. In real life, people don't come back alive. They don't come back normal. They have years wasted, in prison, and they come out, they're not even able to get a damn job. Like, it's just a mess to glorify such a useless life. But yet in the black community, it's like, you're not a real black person unless you come from the hood. You're not a real black person unless you've been in the streets. You're not a real woman unless you're struggling with your how much kids. And it's like, then we wonder why we can't compete. We wonder why every group looks down on us, why every group sees us as like some type of pariah on humanity. It's because we ourselves are the ones who elevate some of the most useless, dumb crap ever. This is why pro-blacks are getting the pushback that they get. Everything that's functional, they label it as white, into shaming you into not wanting to do it. They label functioning families as aspiring to be white. They label going to school and getting an education aspiring to be white. They, label, traditional gender roles as the white man system. It's like, go to Africa, go to other places where, there are black people, in power, like predominantly black countries. You see patriarchy, ethnic communities, the Middle East, you see patriarchies. You see men running their household, women being submissive, older women training up their women to be wives. And is it perfect? No. It's never going to be perfect, because we're human beings, and there's no such thing as perfection with human beings, obviously. But you see a lot more order. You see justice. You see protection. You see women, if they're not able to go out on the streets alone, there's a man to go with them. You know, in certain places where they have a lot of strict ruling, like there's certain Asian countries where women walk the streets freely, 2 a.m., 3 a.m. They don't fear attacks or assaults or anything like this, because they know once the man is identified, he will be executed. So people know how to play the game straight in these countries where people are not allowed to get away literally or figuratively with murder. It's only in the black community, which is a matriarchy, which is governed by feminine energy, that we everything is about emotions and feelings. I like this because it makes me feel good. I like this because it gets me excited. I like this because it gets my emotions going. I'm going to support this because I have a feeling. It's just absolutely backwards, because every other community understands the importance of operating on the long game, having a long view of how actions today are going to impact in 10, 20, 30, 50 years' time. They're not emotional, they're logical about the way they govern their community, and people are on board. You see, the people who benefit from the system as it currently stands, they're obviously not going to call out the root of the problem, which in a lot of cases is black women, but also black men who love to prey on these women. If they're feeding off of these women, if they're living off them, if they're living on their couches, if they're getting sexual access, if they're using them to kind of lord over other men, if that's what they're doing, they're not going to call black women out. And this is to the black woman's own destruction, because these men are not your friend. These men are actually helping to destroy black women, because they are not holding these women accountable for their poor quality choices. It's like we're the only group of people who look up to rappers. We're the only group of people who look up to strippers. We're the only group of people who talk some dumb shit like, you should validate me as a woman, and don't sexualize me, but then get up and start twerking, and like every outfit has got like 75 to 80% of the breasts out. Like, are you kidding me? Black women carry themselves so badly. Nobody exposes black women and their bad behavior like black women. You literally just need to give them an opportunity to get in front of some kind of screen, and there they go. They're twerking, they're fighting, they're cussing, they're acting, belligerent. They're doing all kind of rubbish, and then they say, oh, it's the black man's fault. Oh, we're not this, we're not that. Why don't black men want us? The raggedy black women are the ones that make it hard for decent black women to find love. And one of the things that really caught my eye about the manosphere was one of the first people, in fact probably, if not the first person I ever heard say that, was a black woman. And it's just something that we just don't talk about. It's something that in a lot of instances is not a conversation black women are having with each other. She was basically like, look, sisters, when you keep giving guys sexual access, they are not going to do better. And by not making them basically work to get your heart, work to get your affection, they don't have to bring anything to the table, you are making the water muddy for everybody. This is why I'm not a person who is like, oh, dudes need to be eunuchs. I'm like, no, if you really don't want to be monogamous, or you don't want to marry, that's your business. It's not up to me to tell people basically really what to do with their genitals. But when we look at the society cannot continue the way it's going. Well, it can, but it's going to crumble, because the productive people are leaving, and I don't blame them. In fact, I fully support them. They need to leave and establish something healthy and happy with people who are healthy and happy as well. Even if that unfortunately, means dating somebody from another race. They have the right, and they have the right to happiness. They have the right to stability, normality, peace, not walking down the street and every time there's gunshots and drama and, front lawns full of litter and, feral kids running about all over the place like wild animals. People deserve that. They work hard to get the money that they have. They work hard to get in the positions that they're at. And they don't want to come home all the time to a property that's damaged, you know, cars broken into and all this nonsense. You know, the black community is backwards because, you know, the things that actually will make us able to compete are the very things that the average black person just doesn't seem to value. They value swag more than, you see Mark Zuckerberg, right? Mark Zuckerberg dresses like, I swear, there was this movie with that guy, he's a janitor, and he opens his wardrobe and there's like 15 outfits exactly the same. The blue shirt with the t-shirt inside and like a cap, I can't even remember. But I remember that scene. It's like every day you look like you're wearing the same clothes, but it's actually you just have 10 sets of the same outfit, which is really weird. But actually that's a sign of high intelligence, because people who have things to do, people who actually are making moves, do not have time to be thinking, does this shirt match these sneakers? What's the latest trend? Their money and their time is valuable and they use it to actually generate more money. Just because Mark Zuckerberg dresses like he's still in college every day does not mean that he has college money. We all know he's a wealthy man, but his time and energy is prioritized on things that actually matter. Black people talking about black wealth of Kobe Bryant. How much black wealth do black women give to non-black people, through the people they buy their hair through the people that they go to have their nails done by? You know, it's just ridiculous how backwards these, you know, we can be at times. And although I'm optimistic, I feel like it's such an uphill battle. The only thing that people who are productive can do is to leave, because they deserve the chance to be happy while they actually have the time and the strength to go for something good in their life. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Wow. Do you think the black community is too backwards to be helped? Do you think the black community is backwards? Or am I just blowing things out of proportion? Let me know in the comment section. Like, share, comment and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.